Shakespeare Penn takes us off the deep end with Dave Farrell, the editor of Marlin Magazine, who's going to do very little in this segment because we have special guest Mike Kogan, who kayaks in the Northeast region. You can find him at Jax, J-A-X, kayakfishing.com. We're going to get outfitted here. Two things.
I'm already outfitted.
We're going to figure out what the rigging is on this kayak, and we're going to learn how to stand up in a kayak. I didn't know you could do that, but you can.
Yeah, you can stand in a kayak, but it's one thing to stand in a kayak and it's another thing to fish in it.
Yes.
And this kayak is a Freedom Hawk, and it is designed to make fishing great.
All right, before Rick makes this whole thing fall apart, why don't you show us exactly how it's rigged out right now?
Okay, well, Rick's sitting there. He's paddling along. He's got his paddle in his paddle holder. He's got his PFD, his tackle, his measuring stick, his fish grips, and all of his goodies up front in that pseudo hatch.
Right.
He's got bait up there if he's using it. He may be throwing artificials. He may be throwing fly today, but this is set up for shallow water angling.
Yep.
So now he's on his spot. Rick's going to drop anchor. He's got a little anchor boom out front.
See the drop anchor?
Okay, you got
a cam cleat
over there. See the rope in
there.
his right hand, and the anchor would be over here.
Right here.
That's right.
Now
And he's got a cam cleat he's going to tie it off on.
Tie that off.
And this yak is really designed to make not only fishing standing up easy, but helps you get stood up.
Standing up easy.
Yeah.
But first thing we're going to do, right, is aren't we going to deploy?
We're deploying our pontoons. I love this part. This is my favorite part.
Right. This yak has built-in pontoons. So the pontoons
Look at the
are
way
in.
that thing opens right up.
That's outstanding.
Isn't that nice?
Full flaps, Ricky. Full flaps.
Full flaps. I'm used to this.
All right.
And now he's set. He's got so much stability now that, you know, he could stand up and dive off this thing if he wanted to.
Even your life, Dave Farrell, would be stable with this kayak.
Yeah, I doubt that sincerely. And then to help stand up, you've got...
He's got a standing rope.
A little assist.
And he stands right up. He's got a casting brace that lets him stand up there.
Very nice.
And now he is ready to fish.
I have my rod caddy. Hand me my rod.
There you go.
And not included in this model, by the way.
And the beauty of this is that he can fish 360. He's not trapped fishing just in front of him. He can cast right, left. He can fish behind him. He can do a lot of different things in this design. And he's trying his best to fall, but he can't. It's too stable.
It's just stable.
It's just
very, very stable.
Our ocean here is very calm water.
Very calm.
Here in the studio usually, yeah.
So this is the equivalent of your technical poling platform, but it's still a kayak.
Nice.
Farrell.
Very nice.
Now, give me an idea.
You know, Farrell, I love standing in front of you.
Give me an idea, a ballpark range from the low end to the high end, how much it would cost someone to get outfitted start to finish with a kayak, not necessarily the fishing tackle, but the rest of the gear.
You can start off anywhere in the $400 to $500 range, and you can spend upwards of a couple grand nowadays.
Absolutely. I mean, like anything else, right? Is as much as you want to spend on it, I'm sure.
And that dismount has to be a 10.
That was at least a 10. We're taking a look at some photos here that you brought of some anglers that were very successful off of kayaks.
Yep. There's one of our locals. We call him the mayor of Chickapit Bay. And he's out there, I think, what has he got in there?
He looked like he was catching a redfish.
Yeah, he's got a red in there. What else have we got?
That was it.
That was it.
Anything else you want to point out? Or we got you got the push pole down here. Didn't talk about that.
This has
a sectional push pole.
Comes with a collapsible push pole that's in the bottom.
Right.
It's got storage in the back in these pods. The pods are detachable so that when you're storing it on your truck or your Chevy truck or your Chevy vehicle, you know, it makes it a lot easier to get up and down. Comes with a nice high back, comfortable seat. So it's got all the features like we talked about last year in other kayaks, but it's a new take on it. You know, now we've got kayaks that are made for standing. We're going to see later pedaling kayaks. We're going to see a lot of new designs that are.
Let me wrap you up with this. Tell me the advantages of a kayak as opposed to using a John boat or some other small craft.
Well, there's a lot of no motor zones in this state now, and you know, a kayak is the way to get them. And as Rick pointed out at the start of the show, you know, there's only some places you can only go to in a kayak that are a couple inches deep, or even just literally 2-3 inches deep, and you can get in there on those fish, and you can approach them stealthily and really have a good time. And fighting them in the mud, I mean, it's a different experience.
And the other thing that comes to mind for me, Whit, is that one, you don't have to have a trailer, you don't have to have a motor, you can throw it in the back of your Chevy truck.
Right. Or even if you had, a car with a rack on top of it, you could get it to wherever you got to go.
Exactly. It's just so convenient.
Hey, Mike, thanks very much.
Thanks for having me back. It's just been a pleasure.
I do want to throw out some web addresses and some numbers here for information on Freedom Hawk kayaks. You can go to www.freedomhawkkayaks.com. Mike is at jaxkayakfishing.com.